Hi, this is Thaddeus Pope, Director of the Health Law Institute at Hamline University School of Law. And I've prepared this brief video for William Mitchell College of Law students interested in health law who can take Hamline health law classes this fall 2015. Health law, it's where the jobs are. Just look at recent issues of National Jurist. The 12 hottest practice specialties always include health law. Super hot, health law. What's hot? 10 practice areas that are driving hiring now. Student lawyer, red hot areas of law, healthcare. Growing areas of law. The Wall Street Journal, want a law job? Learn the Health Care Act. New health law is sending many back to school. New York Times. Fox Business, 6 fields where Obamacare is creating jobs. And it's not all attorney and lawyer jobs, and so it's also a number of other jobs that require legal training from law school. For example, compliance officer, risk manager, regulatory affairs. U.S. News and World Report, jumpstart a legal career with a job in compliance law. The Hill, businesses hire up to deal with more regs. CNN Money, best jobs in America. Number 20, compliance manager. And note, part of the fueling for this comes from the fact that most health care in the United States is paid for by the federal government. And unfortunately, a lot of people rip off the federal government. It's trying to get that money back. And for every dollar it spends on a U.S. attorney or an FBI agent, it gets $8 back. That is an awesome return on investment. And that creates jobs in compliance. And in fact, the Affordable Care Act specifically and expressly requires healthcare providers and services to establish and maintain a compliance program. So let me just give you some more specific and concrete examples from some recent Hamline alumni. Give you a sense of where they're going, what kind of jobs they're getting. In the state government, with the health licensing boards, with the Attorney General's office, the state government at the Minnesota Department of Human Services, our largest state department, with insurance companies, more insurance companies, with manufacturers of medical devices and other medical equipment and supplies, with direct providers of healthcare, like hospitals, and with law firms. So we have 2 certificates for JD students. These are completely embedded within the JD program, so every credit that you earn toward a certificate is also a credit toward your JD and may satisfy other JD requirements other than just the credit counting. So the 2 certificates are the Health Law Certificate and the Healthcare Compliance Certificate. Let's look at this Health Law Certificate first. That has 3 components. Is comprised of classroom courses, experiential, and extracurricular requirement. And I've mapped out here, and I can send this to you, how you might complete the requirements for the Health Law Certificate in the 15-16 academic year. The credits, the requirements are comprised of, the classroom part is comprised of core classes, experiential requirement, and an elective requirement. Adds up to 17 credits altogether. The core, or the foundational courses, are these: quality and liability, finance and regulation, bioethics, and administrative law. That's 11 credits. The experiential requirement, that can be satisfied either through the health law clinic, which you'll see available for registration in spring 2016, but not fall 15, or the health law externship, which is available in both fall 15 and spring 16. And then finally, an elective, which can be satisfied by a number of different classes. You'll see a number of health law electives in fall 15, from elder law to medical malpractice to community health, and you'll see more in spring 16. In addition, I'll just note that any of the healthcare compliance classes, which I'll be talking about in a minute, any of those would count as an elective for the health law certificate. So your elective credit, your 3 elective credits here can be a second externship if you need more real-world experience. It can be another classroom course, or it could even be a health law moot court, of which there are 3. Just to give a sense, the externships placements, we have established placements with the U.S. Attorney's Office, Healthcare Fraud Unit with Health Partners, with other entities in the state, federal government, as well as private providers and insurers. So the other certificate, the Healthcare Compliance Certificate, is different in 2 important respects. First, it's not just a credential from the law school. It's externally accredited. It's only one of 5 or 6 law schools in the United States that have this accreditation, and by the leading professional association in healthcare compliance. And what that means is this. It means that if you get the certificate from Hamline or Mitchell, then you are eligible to then sit for the CHC exam. It's pretty much analogous to the way in which once you get your JD degree from an ABA-approved law school in the United States, you're eligible to sit for the bar exam. So here too, it basically gives you the eligibility to sit for this exam, and then once you pass, to get that credential. So you would earn not just a JD, you would also get a CHC, which is a valued and recognized credential in the healthcare compliance world. This certificate is comprised of either 13 or 14 credits, depending on your course selection at one point. 9 of these 13 credits overlap with the health law certificate, so while it's not required at all, many students who do one certificate end up doing the other as well, because 9 of 13 or 9 of 14 credits overlap between the 2 certificates. This, unlike the health law certificate, doesn't have any choice about externships, doesn't have any electives in it. It's just a sequence of 5 courses. We highly recommend that you take that sequence in your second year. For this reason, we recommend that you take that CHC exam that the certificate makes you eligible to take. And it's best if you take that in your 2L summer, because obviously in your 3L summer, you'll be taking the bar exam. Moreover, by the time in which you're either getting a 3L part-time job or even looking for permanent post-JD positions, you'll already have the CHC credential to help distinguish yourself from other applicants. I've mapped out here how in the 15-16 academic year you might achieve your healthcare compliance certificate. So that's a brief, I'm keeping this under 10 minutes, a brief video summary. Here's my contact information. If you have any specific questions, don't hesitate. Thanks.